Welcome to Fairy Tale.
ちょっと汚れたスーツケースを持って何も知らずに空から降りた地図の向こうここに山上夢見た憧れの場所 Yeah 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 Rock City boy Yeah 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 Rock City boy
I am Natsu Dragneel.
I'm Grey Bulbuster.
I am Elfman.
I am Julia. I'm Lisa.
I'm Charle.
I'm Loki.
I'm Happy.
I'm Mira.
I'm Erza.
I'm Wendy.
We are Fairy Tale. We don't live like we have already. Oh, God damn it.
We do. Yes.
My magic arc of time manipulates my wedgie.
I'm Naruto. Wait, shit.
Aha! I suddenly see the fail in this plan.
I'm always needing someone.
Well, I can do that for you.
Like a good neighbor, Moo Moo is there. And can I get a ham sandwich?
I want a sandwich.
I wanna breathe a stain on me, make grace on me, like this is me. Pretty please, I'm bursting the fever, that's the spirit, that's the cheese. Rhyme and rhyme, sound like Brian, I won't make up for the project bottom. When I stay home, you stay here, now you stay to coke, I'm nailed.
So, hello and welcome to episode 46 of the Fairy Tale Podcast. Got a couple of things we need to talk about real quick. Episode 41 is finally up. We're currently going through and trying to do as many lines as we can from all the different manga so that we can get the episodes up as fast as possible. It will probably be around next week from when we're recording this, when more episodes show up, because I will be in LA and not be editing during that time. So I won't be able to do pickups for any more vocal stuff unless I get all the stuff done for chapter 42 done, for episode 42 done before Thursday. So we got a lot of stuff. There are lots of random voices all over, but we had fun doing some recordings, and we have come up with a good way to do a manga read through live-ish for our panel at Anime Southeast, which make sure you guys check out. Alrighty, so that is pretty much it for podcast news, other than to say make sure to check out the Facebook. We posted some AMVs up. We're starting to talk about the manga chapters that are being released, and we're getting a little more active. And we're asking, of course, our fans to email us so we can have stuff to read out for fan mail. So, yeah, that having been said, that's going to wrap us up for the podcast news, and we're going to move on to Charle, who has some con updates for us.
Okay, hello and welcome to Con News. Anime Expo, June 29th through July 2nd at the Los Angeles Convention Center in Los Angeles, California, and Monica Real will be appearing. Then we have Anime World Indianapolis, which is July 6th through the 8th at the Sheraton Indianapolis Hotel at Keystone Crossing in Indianapolis, Indiana, and Todd Havercorn will be appearing. Then we have Anime Southeast, which is July 13th through the 15th in Sevierville, Tennessee at the Sevierville Event Center, and Todd Havercorn will be appearing. Then we have Icon, which is July 20th through the 22nd at the Winnipeg Convention Center in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And Chris Sabat, Monica Real, and Todd Havercorn will be appearing. And that wraps it up for Con News. Going to hand it back over to Natsu.
Alrighty, so yeah, that is going to wrap us up for all of our news and con updates, and we are going to move on to all the segments that we have, starting with Charles' Magical Education.
Hello and welcome to Charles' Magical Education. I'm going to cover Shelia. Shelia is a member of Lamius Gale and the cousin of Sherry. Shelia is a cute young girl who resembles her cousin very much. She has gray-blue eyes and is commonly seen with a somewhat naive and hopeful expression. Her scarlet hair is tied up in 2 short, scrubby pigtails with orange bows. She wears a mini skirt and a pink sleeveless top with a dark blue center and a folded collar with yet another set of orange ribbons tied around it.
I think this is the kinkiest Charles Magical Education we've had yet, because first we've got tongue over there, and now we've got tied up. So, yeah.
Oh,
You guys are allowed to kind of interrupt her a little bit to make the segment more interesting.
But I am so invested in what she's saying.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
go
I was
ahead.
so quiet because I was yeah,
You were putting your tongue over there, huh?
more than that.
Time for DJ.
Oh!
Moving on. Orange ribbon tied around it and a heart emblem on the chest and long gloves. On her upper arm she wears frilled armbands with orange ribbons tied around them. Shelia is the typical cute girl that falls over a lot and is very clumsy. She also seems determined to please the guild master of Lamia Scale. She doesn't seem to stand up for herself well either, as she apologizes to Leon for falling and gets scared when Toby yells at her. She claims her love isn't at the level of her cousin yet. She also seems to care about Leon as she gets angry that he is in love with Juvia. Her
Not
magic-
another love triangle, no.
Yeah, because all we need is another one of those.
And I was fixing to say, you were describing her outfit. I was like, when did this go from Charles Magical Education to Charles Fashion Boutique? I'm like, what the hell?
Well, I do their appearance and their personality.
Sure.
Her appearance is a schoolgirl.
Okay.
Loki approves.
Alright.
Anyway, her magic is Sky God Slayer magic. Sky God Slayer magic is a caster magic and a lost magic and a type of God Slayer magic related to the use of wind. Sky God Slayer magic incorporates the element of wind into the user's body, allowing the user to produce black winds. The user is also able to consume winds of any sort to replenish his or her strength. The user is also able to cast healing spells, as demonstrated when Shelia wounds disappeared after being hit by shattering lights.
So she's a Wendy clone.
Sorta.
She's more like a Zancro clone.
Yeah. Shelia's spells are Sky God's Boris, Sky God's Dance, and Sky God's Bellow.
Pillow?
And that... Yes, Bellow.
No, bellow. Bellow, not pillow.
I said Bellow.
No, he said pillow.
It just sounded like pillow to me.
Well, we know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice double D pillows, please.
She's a child. Shelia is a little girl, the same age as Wendy. So no, it's not going to be double D's yet.
Dude, I don't think you realized who I was looking at. I was looking at Lucy.
Yeah, you need to keep your eyes off my woman.
That wraps it up for Charles' Magical Education. Going to hand it over to Elfman for Cooking with Elfman.
Today on Cooking with Elfman, I'm going to teach you how to make chala pudding. Now, what we're having the pudding.
What?
Chala pudding.
Me pudding?
No.
Chala pudding, not Charle pudding.
Maybe later for char pudding.
Oh, I thought I was made into a pudding.
I'll get the blender
We
started.
don't make you into a pudding, we just put the pudding on you. Exactly.
We at least put some sprinkles on top.
Kind of furry, dude.
Elfman will be coughing up hairballs.
Probably. Use chocolate raisins and vanilla cream with it. Chala pudding is a bread pudding. With custard mixed in with it. It's very, very, very nice.
Fish fingers and custard.
Quite tasty. Now what you're going to need for the bread pudding itself is 1 quart of whole milk warmed, 8 ounces of unsalted butter melted, 1.5 cups of sugar, 6 eggs, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1 chala cut into 1.5 inch slices, 1 cup of chocolate chips, and 1/2 cup of raisins. Now for the vanilla cream, you're going to need 2 cups of half and half, 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, a third cup of sugar, and 6 egg yolks. Now what you want to do first, for making the bread pudding, preheat the oven to about 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius. Combine the milk, butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla in a large mixing bowl. Whisk until incorporated and smooth, but don't over-whisk. Line a baking dish with 2/3 of the chala slices, lining the edges too. Sprinkle with half the chocolate chips and half of the raisins. And cover the remaining chala slices, layering them one on top of the other. Top of the remaining chocolate chips and raisins, making sure the chips and raisins get inside the layers created by the chala slices. Pour the milk mixture over the top of everything. Wrap the baking dish tightly with aluminum foil, bake for 50 minutes, then remove the foil and cook for 15 minutes longer until set in the middle and lightly browned on top. That's all.
Ooh, sounds good.
It was. Still is. Totally haven't ate all my finished product at all. No.
Hey, you did share some, right?
Tune in next time!
Damn you!
Let's see. Now making the cream, you're going to combine the half and half of vanilla and sugar in a large saucepan and heat it over medium heat while whisking regularly until it's steaming hot. Place the egg yolks in a large mixing bowl and gradually add the hot half and half mixture to the egg yolks, whisking vigorously all the while.
All of our segments are so sexual today.
I know.
Until it's steaming hot.
Mix that.
No. Until it's steaming hot.
I know, it sounds like Lucy on a Tuesday night.
Evergreen, where are you when I need you?
Oh my god.
Hold on,
Right, moving on.
I have her cell number, hold on.
Hey, Gajil!
Oh, good.
Yes?
Let me need some alone time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How are we ever going to get these segments done again? Oh. Welcome to episode 46, The Orgy.
Episode
Fairy
46,
tale, The
how
Orgy.
dirty can it get?
All right. I come back.
You can get extremely dirty. You can get
What did I
extremely dirty.
miss?
Everybody
Dirtiness.
getting cream filled.
Dirtiness.
Oh my god.
I was AFK for a whole 5 minutes and I come back to orgy. Seriously, what happened?
Everybody
Connie,
don't
you
wanna
can
know.
always- Connie, you can always join in.
Let's see. Elfman was doing cooking with Elfman, and he was saying that you have to mix it until it's hot and steamy, and that's when everything went sexual. And then let's see. People started asking for their significant others. Like Elfman asked for Evergreen, and then no, not Charle. Charle would ask for Happy, but Levy asked for Gajil. It was like, in that sensual tone with the not so subtle asking, and of course Gajil responds with "gee," and then it just all went to hell in a handbasket from there. We're gonna go to special hell.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the Fairy Tale Podcast, where we're all going to special hell, and just for listening, you're coming with us. It's gonna be one hell of a time. Get it?
I don't remember where I left off, but I'm going to start at number 2.
Special.
Gotta breathe. Then place the egg yolks in a large mixing bowl and gradually add the hot half and half mixture to the egg yolks, whisking vigorously all the while. When all the half and half mixture has been whisked into the egg yolks, return the mixture to the saucepan and heat over medium heat, whisking continuously. Cook until the mixture thickens. Then spoon over the pudding and serve. So who's up for some cream filling?
Oh God.
Depends on the flavor.
I think you got a lot of volunteers.
Any kind you want.
Well, I did drink
Add the
pineapple
color.
juice today.
Yeah.
Kata, I did drink pineapple juice today, so I'm sure my cream filling will not be sour.
Maybe I'll take a taste.
Mm-hmm.
I have chocolate, I can make it strawberry, I can make it whatever you want.
I would say that's what she said, but that is definitely not a that's what she said line.
No, that is a she said.
That's what he
mine.
said.
That's what he said.
And then number
Anyways.
6.
Hey, girls can have cream filling.
Yes. They can get cream filled.
It just comes from up top instead of down below, generally. I have yet to have heard of somebody making pudding out of breast milk, but you know what? It should
I
happen.
want to try that, actually. I know some people.
You know, breast milk is actually really, really good.
It is.
For
it really
vitamin
is.
sources.
It really is.
Why am I having flashbacks of me, myself, and Irene and Jim Carrey on a nipple? Alright, yeah, back to Cooking with Elfman.
Hang on.
This is the best Cooking with Elfman ever.
Booby milk for everyone!
Cooking with breast milk.
And that is it for Cooking with Elfman. I'm going to pass it on to Lisana for Reedus Gallery.
Entry into Reedus Gallery. For this episode, I've got a picture titled "Let's Change" by Zippy44, and it's really, really funny. I can't stop laughing at it. It's actually really funny because it's cosplay fail. So it's basically, you see this is really funny. You got Gray dressed as Lucy, Lucy dressed as Gray, and then Natsu and Urza dressed as each other, and it's just really funny all around, especially the little conversations going on. But aesthetically, as far as, the look of it goes, I like that it looks in style. I mean, even Happy looks right, and I've seen from other fan arts, Happy seems to be one of the tougher characters. It's always the simple-shaped ones that are always the hardest to get right. This one looks very much like Happy, which is really good. Anyways, I found this whole thing very clever, because, you've got Gray in a skirt, you've got Urza wearing Natsu's vest, so basically your tits are falling out. And you got poor Lucy with having to cover her tits, and that's really funny.
Because Gray doesn't wear clothes.
Exactly.
And that's the best reason.
Enough to let her wear her underwear.
She doesn't need to wear that. There's too much in the way. Too much in the way.
You're definitely giving her a look there. You can tell.
I'm giving her a look through my armor, or helmet. It's hilarious. And of course Natsu would not be wearing the armor correctly.
I know, right? Of course he will. Because he's Natsu. And I mean, the hair, the way that Urza's got her hair styled, quote unquote, to kind of look like Natsu's is really funny, and it's really cool and flowy.
It's like Medusa hair.
Yeah. And overall, it's just really funny, amusing, well-drawn. Yeah. Also, the shading and the,
Urza the Super Saiyan.
The whole look looks like Fairy Tail. So,
looks like Cubie Tails.
Cubie Tails. Alrighty.
So, with that, I'm gonna go around and ask everybody's opinions. Natsu, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, thumbs the fuck up.
Gray?
Thumbs up.
Juvia?
Thumbs up.
Angela?
Up.
Alright, what's one thing you liked or disliked about this picture? Natsu?
The girls are barely wearing enough clothes. I like it.
Okay. Gray?
What Natsu said.
Alright, Juvia?
I love how Gray has to wear a skirt. Why does my beloved wear a skirt?
Because I'm cross-dressing now.
Other than that, actually I really do like how this picture almost looks exactly like it's come straight from the manga.
No, the anime. The manga's
Or the anime. Huh?
The manga is a different style.
I meant the anime.
Okay.
Alright. And, Joel?
I just like the fact that there's very little clothing on girls.
Alright.
So basically what I said.
Yeah. So, one word to describe this picture. Natsu?
Titties.
Gray?
Naked.
Okay. Juvia?
Thanks, Gray. You stole my word. Nakedness?
Nakedness.
No, come on, that's too close.
Strippers.
Okay, I'll go with it. Angela.
Rub.
I can't believe nobody said boob.
No, Natsu.
What?
Titty rub, titty rub.
Titty rub.
Alright. Well, with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up for this entry to Reedus Gallery and hand it back to Natsu.
Alrighty, so that's gonna wrap us up for all of our segments, and we are going to move on to fan mail. Alright, our first one comes from Brianna Beacom. B-E-A-C-O-M. Beacom, or Hotaru-chan at rocketmail.com. Rocketmail. Mm-hmm. Alright, she says... right? She says, I'm a big fan of your Fairy Tale podcast. Started listening to them not too long ago. I love Fairy Tale and how you bring the characters to life more. I do a lot of fan art with Fairy Tale. If you want to see some of it, my username is Skomi-Hotaru. It's the name I go by. I don't have much of my fan art on there. I'll also give you a link to it, but I don't really know how the link will work out. Oh, okay. Yes, send fan art. Send us a link to your DeviantArt. It will work. Trust me. Just copy and paste the link in your email and send it, and it'll work. And yeah.
Yay, fan art.
Yeah. Our next one is from Rachel Maddie, and she says, "Hello, guys. I love your podcast. Thank you so much. And we love you too. You guys are great. Do you guys just watch the Funimation dubbed, or have you watched the Japanese version?" Okay, we've watched both. We're actually current with what's out on Crunchyroll because we watch it dubbed as well. But yeah, that's we support both because technically they're official releases. I'm a huge fan of Fairy Tale. That's okay. All of us in the guild, we are too.
I was gonna say I love you and you can has titties, random person, but I don't know you.
Unless
Natsu
you're
doesn't
an
even get
honorary
titties.
member, then you don't really want to be there.
And all of Hiro Mishima's work. That's awesome. We're glad when people support the artist. We're really, really happy for that. Have you guys seen the Fairy Tale OVA 3? No, I haven't seen the third one yet, and I'm waiting. If you haven't, I suggest you see it, even if it's only in Japanese. It's super good. You guys are awesome. Rachel M.
Oh, I was gonna say that's pretty awesome. I won't lie though, I don't really watch the anime. I probably should, but since I've been gone, I really haven't been up with it.
Alright, this person's getting picked on horribly. This is from Trista Drew. And this is the reason why this person is getting picked on. Hey, Konoha Corner! Wrong show, lady. You sent Konoha Corner email to the Fairy Tale podcast. Now, I know I posted on Konoha Corner to have people send stuff to Fairy Tale podcast, but it was for the Fairy Tale podcast. We were saying, hey, you should send email to the Fairy Tale podcast. We were trying to let our people on Konoha Corner know that the Fairy Tale podcast exists and that they should send fan mail so it could get read on the show.
Lol, lol, lol.
And this person totally misunderstood. Right.
But fan mail...
I just wanted to...
It's okay, they belong in Quattro Puppy.
They belong... Ah! Funny. I just wanted to say thank you for being awesome. Well, all of us here at the Fairy Tale podcast are awesome.
Duh.
I showed my friend your guys' podcast. Which one? You guys have turned my world upside down. Well, that's pretty much what Fairy Tale does all the time.
Oh, baby, my titties.
That's our MO. Ooh, I want to turn those, like, up. Can I go upside down and still use those? Like,
Sure. I'll let you today. Today you can have... Today is your birthday, Natsu. Happy birthday.
Oh, actually, today is actually Elfman's birthday.
Oh, well, Elfman, you get it instead of Natsu.
Oh.
No.
I hope you guys liked my picture on DeviantArt.
Jump of the chance.
Trista Drew. I'm like, what picture on DeviantArt? I didn't get sent a picture on DA, but okay. Sure. So Trista Drew, send your Konoha Corner email to konohacornerpodcast@gmail.com.
Yay, photos we can't see.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yo. That's how it goes. But yeah, that is it for fan mail, and we are going to move on to the manga recap. So this week's chapter is chapter 288, and it's Wendy versus Shelia. And we've got Wendy looking all cute and adorable, and the teddy bears all over. And I just got to get this out of the way really, really quickly before we get before we get to talking about anything, this is almost the pedophile chapter because there was almost panty shots and fan service on little girls. So yeah, I felt a little uncomfortable with this chapter.
Okay.
My favorite chapter.
Go to page 8, right? And
I just learned that my announcer character is a pedo.
Oh, God.
So that threw me off. So all right, we get the epic standoff. You know what? Girls this age should not be wearing miniskirts. That's just the first thing that should be said.
Girls this age shouldn't have fans that look like they're in their 40s. Just saying.
Amen. Anybody whose wig pops off and like fucking yeah.
What's with the freaking lady next to the Scar guy? Like she's fucking ugly. What the fuck?
I was just gonna say though, real quick, to go along with the pedo stuff, on page 8 in the bottom right panel, there's a guy in the very top left that says I love little girls, but there's a picture of it looks like almost kind of like Miku under it, and then there's this guy with his arms out. It's kind of like this creepy, just Jenga effect going there. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's actually a picture of Shelia.
That's okay. It looks like
I
Miku.
love little girls, and I'm like, oh my god.
I think at the bottom you've got the Wolverine fans down there.
And yes, there is a guy with a Squidward nose and SpongeBob teeth. And the dude right beside him with like his hands in the air like he's shooting guns. That is like the
He's going for gunslinger.
That is the otaku image.
I swear the person on the below with the sign that says love looks like the creepy professor guy from Azumanga Daioh.
Okay, now we move on to page 9.
Is that Afro Samurai?
Where we've got the egos of Leon and Gray competing with each other. I just gotta say I love how Toby looks in this picture because even when everybody else is supposed to look smug, Toby just can't pull it off. Toby just could not pull off looking smug. It's not possible. Then we move on to probably the scariest image of this whole thing. It's the dude with the wig, the announcer with the wig going back and forth. There's too much take, and like oh god.
Have fun voicing this guy, dude.
I am going to hate it when it comes to this. And then Wendy gets all serious and starts using her magic. She casts Arms Vernier first. And I actually like the fight that's going on because it is actually a very cute fight. I just wish the almost fan service didn't happen. But she starts using her Dragon Slayer magic, and then you find out that Shelia is actually a God Dragon Slayer, and that stunned a lot of people.
God Slayer, not God Dragon Slayer.
Oh, she is a Wind God Slayer.
Yes.
Or God Wind Slayer, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that surprised the shit out of a lot of people, and I'm not even talking about the people in the manga, the characters in the manga. I mean just the readers. Like, oh my god, what was your reaction to this? Send us an email or Facebook post. Let us know what you thought. So we get over and Natsu's like, Black Wind? What's going on? And then we get the running, and this is where it started to get a little uncomfortable. Because it's basically an ass shot of a little girl, and I did not like that. I was like, why can't it be Lucy? Why?
I just love how since she has Black Wind, the guy with Black Lightning is like that.
Can we just get back to the whole Kana deadass?
Kana deadass.
Yeah, just it'll all make things better. Just Kana. Kana.
No, I love how we've got the all right. Once you get over to page 12 and she's like doing damage and Wendy's like flying through the air, you've got the typical anime line here of I'm just getting started. And when I was recording with Urza, because funny enough, Urza's the one that's doing Shelia, and she made it sound so cute and adorable. But we were talking about how this is like the atypical anime line in every show. Mada mada kureka! And it's just, I'm just getting started. And it's like, it ain't over yet, bitches. And I was like, oh, we finally got the typical anime line. Yeah. But then we've got, when you move on to page 13, you've got Wendy retaliating back, and it's actually pretty good. It seemed pretty even at this point, and then they're both doing a breath attack, and I love Gashiel's reaction. He's like, that little bitch, don't tell me. And I'm like, holy shit, Gashiel said bitch, and like, the look on Mavis's face is like that serious look at her is like really got your attention. Then page 14, which of course is a double page here, you've got Fire Dragon's Breath and Sky God's Bellow. or actually Fire Dragon's Roar, and it does a serious wind damage. And I love how if you look down at the bottom, like Makarov's mustache is like covering his eyes, and Mavis is like, "I'm a spirit, but I have to protect what I no longer can use."
Wait a minute, did you just say Fire Dragon's Roar?
No, I might have. I don't care.
Isn't it
Wind Dragon's Roar, whatever. I don't. You did it.
Roar of the Sky Dragon.
All right, the Roar of the Sky Dragon, whatever. Sky Dragon's Roar. Anyway, so moving back, you get the wig actually popping off a pedo announcer over there.
He looks just as ugly. I wonder if he's related to Krillin.
Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about real quick is, dude, Urza looks sexy even wrapped completely in bandages. I don't know how she pulls it off, but she manages to have under cleavage while in bandages. That is a difficult thing to pull off. Just saying. Then we've got her after the attack saying that she's a Sky God Slayer, and then we've got another uncomfortable panel picture of leg right there. That's just not one I wanted to see. And then we've got creepy bald guy. And seriously, even the chef is like, "You're fucking strange."
Dude,
I mean, if you're more pervy than me, then there's something wrong with that.
Yeah,
look
you're
at
so pedo,
Lahar's
bro.
face.
You so pedo.
Sit back down in your
Lahar's
seat.
face. That's just wrong. Well, everybody ends up getting one character that they're like, "Dude, really? I have to be this guy?" And now it's my turn. So, and then I love how even after all of this, like, she's still just like she's still being cute. It's like, I'm badass, but I don't have to act evil. And I'm like, that's nice. I like that. It made me not hate her character, even though Wendy's getting the snot beat out of her. Then she continues on with the attacks. Bald man is still pedoing like crazy. She has a flashback thinking, all right. I love this thought dialogue going on with Wendy right here. She's basically deciding she's going to stand on her own 2 feet, even though she doesn't like fighting. It's time to take a stand, and she's going to use the new ability that she gained. And she starts eating wind, and of course, Shelia does the same. We move on to page 19, and she's saying she's announcing the secret dragon technique, and you actually get to see Grandine or
Ellis.
Good. No. Grandine. What's her other name that she was going by?
Poor Lucia?
Poor Lucia. Thank you. And we haven't seen her in a long while. And I love how Natsu's like, all right, all excited. Here it comes. And then we get the 3 Ekshi just standing there like, yeah, that's right. She's awesome. And she actually surrounds all of them in kind of a cyclone and uses this attack on Shelia. This is the first time we've ever seen this attack. And of course, the audience is like, the fuck? And of course, I love how everybody else is like Lucy and Natsu are like cheering. Gray's got a big old grin going on there, and Urza's just kind of got that confident, Urza's the only one that's not going to be cheering. But she did just rape like 100 monsters of a high caliber, so we'll give her that. Wendy's not at her level yet, but she's still pretty good. And just when it seems like everything's going on and going good, and they announce Shelia's down, then Shelia stands back up, and she's managed to heal all of her wounds. And again, she's not pissed off or angry or evil or anything. She's just like, that was awesome. I'm like, I can't hate this woman. She's still cool. But, oh my god, the person that I've had the biggest issue right here is Mr. Ego Leon right now. And I never did really hate Leon until this particular moment. He's like, you don't have a chance. I'm like, it's mostly because I'm rooting for Wendy for this whole time. But I'm like, Leon, shut the fuck up.
No.
Yes.
No.
And then we finally get some opinions from the rest of Lamia Scale, and I just love how Shelley's like, would you expect anything less from my cousin? And Obama's like, bitch, please, you're nowhere near her league. And I'm like, yes, the little girl is like 5 times more powerful than you. Shut up. And then I love how at the bottom you've got Dornbolt, who disguised himself as the character Mest and pretended to be Mystagun's apprentice. And then who walks by and hits him and bumps into him and says, "Excuse me?" "Oh, Mystagun." And that surprises the shit out of him. He's like, "Mystagun?" And then we find out as Jalal, who of course is Mystagun, is sitting there going, is she connected to Zareth? Like, because this feels like something that would be particularly one of Zareth's powers. So what's the real mystery going on here? And, of course, the next chapter is 289, Tiny Fist, and we'll be covering that, of course, next week. I will be in LA when this comes out, but trust me, I'm going to be reading it from my phone, at the very least, as soon as possible. So, now that all that's been going on, let's go ahead and get everybody else's opinion. You can tell me what are the things that really stood out to you? What were the highlights, good or bad? And this is open-ended, so you don't need me to call on anybody. Go.
I really liked how it was just kind of this unexpected explosion of awesome, and how there's Pedo Man. He's now Pedo Man. He's not an announcer anymore. He's just Pedo Man.
You know, I told everyone that there was going to be teddy bears in this, and yeah.
Or rather, no, his name is Super Pedo.
He showed up regardless.
I'm going to call him Hage Pedo, because Hage is the Japanese word for bald.
Bald Pedo Bear.
Hage Pedo. Alright, anybody else?
I liked how we saw a giant super attack and thought it was over, and then it's like, she's perfectly fine.
Well, technically she did take damage, but she was able to heal herself, so now that's why she looks fine.
Yeah, Natsu, got a quick question. How do you say "help"? That announcer is stealing children in Japanese.
I don't know how to say announcer or stealing.
We need to find
so
something.
I'm gonna go with.
We need to find something to keep this guy
Help!
away.
That announcer stealing children in Japanese.
That works. Also, why can't Toby pull off a smug face? Like, he can't be serious.
I have no idea. Because Toby is a derp, and you can't be. Because you can't really be an arrogant prick if you're a derp.
So you made me the derps of. You made me two derps in this manga, huh?
Hell yeah, I did it on purpose. I also made you a weakling, Novely. Alright, so in comparison to the other chapters that Hiromashima has put out for Fairy Tail so far, what would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 10? Elfman.
9.
Kana.
Sorry, unmuting. 9.
Gajiel.
8.5.
Charle.
7.
Jalal.
8.75, and I see Lucy in the crowd.
I love how we're pointing out these randoms. And Loki.
I'm just gonna say 5. I mean, it's just, their attacks were pretty much the same. It was like playing a game of copycat. Nothing original.
It's like Link fighting Dark Link. Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So yeah, any predictions for next week's chapter?
More Pedo.
Tiny fists. Is one of them going to shrink into a fairy or something? Are they going to pull another...
They're going to give up fighting with Win and just pummel the hell out of each other.
Well, we have seen Tiny Natsu and Giant Happy, so anything is up in the air at this point.
I don't know. Wendy's so short, she can be considered tiny.
I legit have not the slightest idea. Small children fighting each other and creepy men making a porno.
Oh god.
It could be a misleading title, but all I know is for sure is I hope the announcer box up there, I hope the door's locked.
Oh god. All right, so we hope you enjoyed this episode. Apparently the announcer did a little too much. But yeah, that's going to wrap everything up for us, and pretty much all that's left for us to do is to just do what we do best and name this ridiculous, fucked up, pervy, pedo, random sexual episode. And yeah, we're going to name it. So, episode 46 should be called what? Charle.
How dirty can it get?
Kana.
When pedo announcers attack.
Elfman.
Don't cream the lollies.
Jalal.
2 girls, 1 pedo, and black wind.
Gajiel.
Disturbing bald men.
Loki.
Pedophile, and here's to new wind.
Okay, and I'm gonna go with episode 46, The Orgy.
Yes.
Well, no, I do like...
Apparently that's what we turned it into earlier.
But
so.
Loki's original one, Pedo, damn it, I had it.
Pedo, damn it, I had it.
That was a pretty good one.
Well, let's go with that. Pedo, damn it, I had it.
Why is everything sexual?
I'm looking
That's
at
what it should
all
be
the
called.
faces that everyone's giving this to.
Alright. So yeah, that is going to wrap it up for us, and we are going to play through all the ways that you can get a hold of us. You can now find us on iTunes and Zune by searching for Fairy Tale Podcast, or if you're watching us on YouTube, check the links below.
You can visit our website, fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com, to download the latest episodes of the podcast, plus download and see images and recipes from our segments.
You can find us on YouTube by looking at Fairy Tale Podcast. All of our episodes are posted immediately as they are finished, along with all the interviews. And remember to like and favorite the videos, as well as spread the word.
Keep up to date on when the newest episodes and chapters come out, as well as chat with other fans of the podcast and the Fairy Tale community. Discuss all your latest obsessions, share news, and chat with the crew of the podcast. Also be sure to send us your AMVs to post as well as any cosplay images you have. Help our community of fans to grow.
Keep up to date with the latest news, podcast updates, con updates, and what's going on in the world of Fairy Tale by following us on Twitter at FairyTaleCast.
And every time we get another follower, we give Happy a fish.
Nice!
And don't forget, if you want to send us fan mail, send it to fairytalepodcast@gmail.com. So we, once again, we really, really appreciate you checking out this episode of the podcast, and we appreciate you taking the time to listen to us do our crazy, random, derpy stuff. If you're wanting us to go to any cons, please contact your con share or contact us and let us know about it, and we'll try and contact them as well. While we can get to some of these things as press or as guests, we still have to pay our own travel expenses, and that ain't cheap. So you can help us out and help keep the feed alive by donating. And it's really, really simple. You can go to the Konoha Corner Podcast website, which is konohacornerpodcast.webs.com. Click on the donation button, and you can insert the monetary amount of your choice into Happy's little pouch or between Kana's titties. Also, you can, but be careful because that may end up being her drinking.
I got it.
Oh, it will be. It will be.
You can also, but if you're uncomfortable with the fact that it may end up being Kana's drinking money, you can send it to us directly through PayPal by going on to PayPal and sending it to konohacornerpodcast@gmail.com and gifting us that amount. We really, really appreciate it.
And I'd appreciate it if you put it in my titties.
So put it in there, folks.
I can work with that.
So long as you dip your hand in milk first. Alright, but while you're doing all of that, please don't forget the reason why we're all here, and that's the Fairy Tale series. Help keep Hiro Mishima employed, and it's really, really easy to do all that. All you have to do is purchase the anime, manga, video games, and all the incredible swag that's out there. Show your support by being a fan. And remember, if mages have taught you anything this week, it's that pirates don't stand a chance. Alright, so that is going to wrap it up for us. I am Natsu Dragneel, and I am saying, I'm not a pervert, damn it!
Breast milk, please.
My name's Kana, and every bit that you put into my titties will go to get me drunk.
I'm on my way.
But you don't get drunk, though. You'd be flat broke.
Yeah, sorry. It's kind of like one of those scams. You just keep putting money in, and you get nothing back.
I'm Charle, and hey, Happy, where you at?
She's at the beach.
I'm Elfman, and I'm a party.
I'm Gillen.
That little bitch!
I'm Charle, and this crowd don't like me for getting to my feet.
I'm Loki, and Kana, breast milk, please.
I think you have the wrong idea.
And that's gonna, but they're huge! And that's gonna wrap it up for us. We are signing out from the greatest guild in the world. Peace off.